It's Luis Martin, the art engineer, and welcome to another visit in the studio. I've been so busy, but I've been looking forward to this specific video because it's been in the works forever, I feel. We now have a digital subscription membership, which means what? It means that you can become a member for $10 a month and receive a PDF, a digital kit, with all of the images for you to collage. You can print them or you can use your computer to make collages digitally, which is such an amazing thing because it's endless. You can do it forever and ever and ever. So I am really excited to share this with you. It took me forever to put this together because it's a lot of work. I can't just give you a picture of Madonna because there's copyright involved and there's all this other crazy stuff. So I had to make sure it was perfect for you. And I think we're there. All right, so before I get into it, be sure you hit like and subscribe and share this with your friends. It's been a really exciting ride to get here, and summer's here. I'm hoping you're joining us with the hashtag summer prompts. That has been so much fun and a lot of work, but I love it. Okay, so if you are super busy but doing the things you love, then it doesn't really matter, right? So all this sweat equity, I'm appreciating it, and I appreciate you taking your time to play with us, because this is exactly what we're doing. We're playing and see where it takes us. So let's take a look at this digital collage kit. So I printed my kit because I'm not there yet. At some point I'm gonna be on YouTube and I'm gonna be using Photoshop and you're gonna be able to see my screen, but I'm not there yet. Soon. For now, I printed it out and this is the cover. So with your kit, just like your regular kit, there's gonna be a prompt. For this prompt, it was to create a border with the peripheral imagery, right? So create a border using all of the weird images or all of the periphery images or objects or patterns or textures to create a border. So this is what I came up with. You do not have to follow the prompt, but it's there to guide you, right? So you get the cover, here is the prompt, a light disclaimer and a green light, and let's get into it. Okay, so this is beautiful, honestly. Not just because I made it, but because it is also so meaningful to me. This is a mix of images that I've taken around my travels, around New York, around the world, and other things that I have found in libraries and collections and things that I want to share with you, right? So let's start with the first one. The ones that are mine have my name on it. You can erase that, you can take it away, just so you know that this is from my experience. This is a space in LA. Isn't this beautiful? It looks like a Hopper painting, right? So I just want to go over them really quick and share with you the meaning or what the heck. So this was always one of my favorite images that I took from my car when I was driving in LA. And it has just a great memory of cruising. I don't have a car in New York anymore, but I love driving and listening to Sade really loud. I also assembled this. I made this kind of pattern of stamps. Stamps are such a great thing to meditate on because if you think about it, stamps are also a form of currency, right? We use them to put on stamps, on things we're sending. I love Paris, I love France. So there's this beautiful Eiffel Tower in pink. We have a Native American, which is just a beautiful contrast. So there's patterns here that you can use, and this is really fun. I love a dirty wall. There is so much beauty in the grime of any city or just of time, right? So can you imagine at some point this wall was red, and over the years, posters, artists, street artists left their mark, and there's just so much richness and texture. So this would be a great substrate just to even start on, right? Okay, come on, this is beautiful. This is a black and white collection of people on the beach, a tropical scenery, and it's so funny because if you look closely, there's a man in a three-piece suit in like the tropics, right? Because you had decorum back then. I guess this was a little later, but so that's always fun, a little time capsule. Words, I'm in love with words, and this is really interesting because I don't go into it. I'm not giving you something that's so prescribed. I kind of want you to find things. And there's some really interesting text here, which we'll find out a little bit later. This is from a museum, just beautiful imagery, beautiful things that we can cut out and play with. This, my friends, this is one of my favorite images from Thailand. This was on my birthday. My friend, we went to the market and they had lotuses, and she like folded the petals to create this beautiful thing. It was just gorgeous, and to me it brings a lot of joy. And as we'll find out later when we speak to a guest artist, everybody sees different things, right? So this is such an important aspect of what we do as artists, as writers, as musicians, dancers. We come and we deliver our message, but it is heard in many, many ways. So this is a beautiful conversation we'll have in a minute. This is beautiful from the Metropolitan Museum that I snapped. I mean, it's just already a collage waiting to be activated, right? Oh my God. This is the weirdest thing, you guys. So this is an actual scene in New York. Like, I was just walking down the street and there's this man with a collection of birds, like an aviary, I guess, on boxes and stuff. And there's a cat under here. I mean, it was a riot. This is, you know, New York. And this is in Hong Kong. We went to Hong Kong and there's this beautiful statue. I mean, it's gorgeous and it's huge. Just to give you scale, this is a staircase right here, and I mean, it's just beautiful. So we came in from the back and it was just framed through the brushes. And I'll show you really quick, this border that I created is from these brushes. So on the computer, using Photoshop, using Procreate, you can create so many things. It's endless and it's just really beautiful. So as you can imagine, all of these have so much meaning to me and I love it. So I think I'm gonna play with this guy, and this little horse. Okay, so where are my materials? How are you? It is indeed summer, and am I the only one that gets really excited about summer? I hope you're having a good time. I hope you have plans, and I hope there's a lot of art in those plans. There is a showing of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane here in one of the theaters at Union Square. And I'm really excited because I want to go see it. I'm probably gonna go see it alone because Elvis is not into it. And I don't know anybody else who would be interested. If you want to go, let me know. But I remember watching that as a kid and it was just loads of fun. I love when you can create kind of like a collection of something, right? So this is going somewhere. I also love the idea of being able to stack things. Because remember, this is a pair, 3 is a collection, right? So, and then let's see I wonder if I can just cut one out, see what happens. So Union Square it's a park. But I remember when I first moved to New York, it just seemed so much more like this. It was the center of the city for me. And I could take the train there from Brooklyn, and there was just so much going on. And you know what my favorite thing about it was? That it was anchored by a Virgin record store. I mean, when I was there were no records, but there were CDs and they had listening stations. And I just remember spending so much time there, listening to new music and discovering new things and just being in that air-conditioned space in the summer. It was gorgeous. I would spend so much money buying CDs for just like one track. But it was great. I loved it. And of course I was there with my Starbucks. Listen, you have to have your little vices that bring you joy. Okay, what are we doing here? So I like this big daddy horse, and then the little kids. That sounded funny. So the fun thing about this subscription is that through that, subscription, you get all the benefits, right? So you get to participate in the giveaways, you get to participate in open calls, we're gonna have one soon, and all that other fun jazz that we create. We have a podcast, which reminds me I should probably be doing that soon. Summer's a busy time of the year. Okay. So I literally just went to Staples and had it printed, which means you can do 2 sets, 3 sets, and kind of really go to town, or just select the ones that you like, right? I love this. Oh, it's starting to look like a little postcard. Okay, let me get my ruler. But when you do it online, it's really fun because also you can manipulate it so much, and then you can print it. You can print a bunch of them. You can play with the scale. And I think that's my favorite part about doing this digitally, because I don't need 2 versions of this, right? I just need one, and then I can scale it up, scale it down, flip it, change its color, which is a great part of it. Do I want a torn edge or do I want a dome? You know how I feel about torn edges. I mean, how cool is that? Oh, you know, I never make collages that are horizontal. Maybe today is the day. Love that. And then, you know, we also have these stamps. I wonder if I can play with these stamps. When I was a kid, my dad used to collect stamps. And they were just so cool to look at. And now I love going to the post office and checking out their collection. They have great stuff for Day of the Dead, you know, honoring people. Oh yeah, this is cool. I mean, even actually, maybe I don't even need this guy yet. Look at this. Oh, this is fun. I'm creating like a nice little scene. I can almost hear the cowboy music in the back. Yeah. Okay, let me commit to this. And I mean, you know, we have washi, we have all of our things. And one thing that I like to recommend you to do when you have these kits, the digital ones or even the physical one, mix it up. Bring your old kits or bring a magazine. I have a magazine with me, which I'm gonna dig into right now. It's the current Vogue. I'm not a big fan of Vogue anymore just because it gets boring and like it's all fashion that doesn't really pertain to me, or I can't relate to it. So, you know, you can have other things. Over time we change, and over time things just lose their relevance to what we want to do as people or who we are as people, right? No biggie. Okay, such a cutie. And the fun thing is when people start sharing their work and you realize, oh, I didn't even think about doing that. You know, one thing that I love doing is playing with speech bubbles. If you have not made a speech bubble in your collage, put one that's fun. Because at the end of the day, what are you talking about? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Look at that, that's so fun, right? Doesn't particularly work because it's too contrasty. Maybe he's saying something. All right, maybe we'll find someone else to say something. So I have this as my base collage. Let's see if I can find something in this. Oh, it's a bazaar, you guys. I'm already drawn to the solid colors. Gosh. So much beauty. Oh, look, it's that actress. Oh. Yes, please. Oh, you know I like some diamonds and some rubies. I said rubies. Oh, look at this. This is kind of neat. Okay. I like this. So check this out. This kind of just made me think, oh, it'd be nice to create something like that. Not necessarily take this, but create some like pattern like that using my blade. So I love this. This might be important, but I actually cut it because of this. I wonder if I can do something with this. Okay. So since this is kind of like a beachscape, maybe I can create some waves, yeah? Actually, it looks like a mustache. Okay. And how about if I give like the waves like a curly? Now this is always really fun to do with a sharper blade. You don't want to end up cutting yourself or anything. Ho ho, fun. Okay, we're going places, my friends, we're going places. Okay. Now remember, if you are in Las Vegas or anywhere in that region, we're gonna have a workshop on the 25th of June at the Priscilla Fowler Gallery, and it's gonna be super fun. We already have some members going, and I don't even want to think about it because I'm just so excited. I don't want to be like, ah. I'm gonna be a big old fanboy, like, I know your work. I know who you are. Okay, look at this. Yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. And it was all inspired by that one little image, remember? So sometimes you just need to look at different things, you know? So whenever you're stuck and bored, go to your stack of books. You don't need a library like this, or go to the library. Remember the library? And do some research. Research is literally, for artists, research is just perusing the stacks and being like, what's in here? And you never know what you'll find. So I can almost say that this design that I'm creating was inspired by Chinese fashion, right? It looked like it might have been Japanese because it was like a kimono, but it's there, right? And that was inspired by something else. So at the end of the day, we're all having one long, cohesive conversation. So don't be afraid of copying, because what you really want to do is add to the conversation. Ooh. Ooh, look how weird. I guess this paper has some kind of coating because I just ripped the coating, not the actual paper. That's weird. Okay. Ooh. Yes, please. That's fun. So I'm gonna put it behind my little horsey. Gee, you know how I feel about the rule of three. Sometimes three is a really good place to go. But I think he might not need it, but let me not sell myself short here, because I can do that sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's perfect, don't touch it. And then I don't go, but sometimes we can push it further. So, you know, there's this horrible saying, destroy your darlings, which means don't get too precious about it and keep going. And that's cool, but it's also kind of masochistic. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, shall we? Maybe I don't even need all that much. I suppose you can also do this with scissors. So now I'm doing it backwards, which is confusing my hand a little bit, honestly. Okay. Maybe I just need a little one here. Okay. So I do this thing where I'll randomly start la-ing. And I just thought it was a weird idiosyncrasy, you know, like la 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 la. And then last night I was listening to like just a random 80s playlist, and I heard Simple Minds' Don't You Forget About Me. And it came out, that la la la, and I was like, whoa, I'm not crazy. I heard it before and I just made it part of my everyday thought process. So we are all just collages of the things that we've experienced. How about that? So be sure you surround yourself with good stuff. And does anybody know what movie that's from? You get extra points. Leave it in the comments. Yeah, let's do that. Leave it in the comments, and if the first person to guess gets a digital collage kit. Oh my God. All right. We're on to some YouTube shenanigans now. How about that? All right, you heard? So that's it. So you have to do it before, just the week it's active. Sorry, so if you see this in 2 years from now, it already happened. But if you see this between now and next week, which is what, June 7th and June 14th, I guess, we'll say, you can win, so post it. The song is Don't You Forget About Me, Simple Minds. What movie did it come out in? Oh, I can hear it in my head. Okay, so I like this. I think I'm like done. I have this really beautiful washi tape. It's just simple black, and what I like to do is I like to just like use it like string, I guess you can say. So let's do that. Oof. Well, I just dropped that. But that looks so cool. Maybe I just need one more thing. And I love that line I just created because it kind of creates a base, right? So maybe I just need a lotus. Oh man. You can do so much with this, you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. Even though I think this is gonna be like a totally new collage. So I'm just cutting it. I'm pretending this is like an egg and I'm drawing like a yolk around it, I guess you can say. And look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep with the idea of drawing with my blade. And I'm gonna keep this because maybe I can use it too, okay? So don't throw anything away, as one hoarder said to another. Okay. So I'm really excited because in this video, we're gonna talk to Madeline, who is a digital subscriber. She's a member, and she's also a dear friend, and she's gonna share with us how she used the collage kit, the digital collage kit, not only to make art, but to process some emotions and ideas about experiences in her own life. Because as we know, not all art is for public consumption. Not all art is meant to be beautiful. Some art is like a journal, like a ashtray. It's meant for us to invite catharsis, to invite ideas. So I can't wait to share that with you in a few seconds. I'm having a really good time here. I don't want to stop. So let me just indulge myself here. Okay, I just want to see this on an empty, like, look how fun that is. And then we have all these other, so see, I just used one image, right? So you don't need a lot. I make sure to give you guys as much texture, color, and adventure as I can possibly give you. Because look, this is just from one image, right? Okay, so I think this is gonna be its own thing, you guys. And then imagine writing around this, endless. But let's just place this over it. I mean, we don't even need the horse anymore, right? The horse of a different color. Okay. I think we have two collages. Yeah. Okay, so this is my first. Beautiful, love it. It works because it has all of these layers, and then that is echoed through these little waves that I did, right? Even though it's a black and white picture, that blue and this blue in the stamps and even the warm color here kind of set it off. And it looks like a postcard, honestly. I really like this. And then this, I mean, this is really fun. So again, draw with your blade, a sharp one, a new one, And don't throw away the scraps, because sometimes putting them together in different ways is a really exciting way to do that. And look, I just did this with one image. So when we play with drawing, when we play with subtracting, we can play with adding again and see what happens, right? So play with it, get your subscription and see how it comes out. So I am really, really excited and honored to have Madeline share what she did with her digital collage kit. Take it away, Madeline.
I'm Madeline, and I make collages. Today, I'm sharing with you my latest collage, this one, which I made from Collage Dream's premier digital collage kit. It's a fun collage kit. You get in the email a bunch of great images. Here's some of them. And I printed out these images, particularly the ones that I found inspirational or motivational for what I like to do. The background of this collage is one of the larger images that came that shows flowers floating in a pool of water with some dark space. I cut out one of the flowers and moved it away, and for the central image, I wanted to give attention to something else, something that goes with nature but is actually urban. So I'm mixing like urban elements like the cafe sign, and this is a recyclable garbage can, and flowers and a pool of water and the bird. This collage is kind of in memory for someone who was very special to me that went missing. And we looked for her for quite a while, but unfortunately, she was in the water. So this collage kind of inspired me, or the pieces inspired me to create something that you're searching for and that you want, but is elusive and will always not be there, but not true. Is still there within your soul and in your memory, because you can always go back to it. So even though it was a hard, difficult moment in life, it's still a memory and imprinting that you always remember. And so I always go back there, not in sorrow, but just to go back there. This line also came from the pieces in the collage kit. That's a line from a police car, so I thought that was significant. And these is text. So the collage kit, as I mentioned, came with several pieces of paper. One was stamps, and here is the text. And this is the one with the recycling can and a bunch of parrots. I still have a piece of it, and the cafe one. So I printed out those images that I thought were meaningful or that I could put together, also based on color and balance and a central figure and a background figure. I filled the cut space with a black circle to mimic the black upper area here. And the text that I chose reads, "Myself, I wondered what she was looking for." And I thought, okay, well, that's the title of my collage right there. Myself, I wonder, what was she looking for? And this is my collage. I am Madeline at Madeline's Bow Ties in Instagram handle. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes, that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that story with us, Madeline, and I am so happy that you were able to use the collage kit to have a conversation with yourself and even invite us into this space and relate, right? Because I think we have to remember that we're not alone and that our experiences are shared. And what better way to share it than with art? So Madeline, big hugs. I love you, and thank you for sharing. You guys, this is it. I really hope you join us and become a member and get your digital subscription, and it's $10 a month. And you get to hang out with the art fam. All right, this is Luis Martin, the art engineer, saying thank you for hanging out. And I want to see your work, so be sure to tag us at collage.dream and at art engineer. Remember, this is a low risk, high reward game. Enjoy.